Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. This is K back at it with a new K Boxing. Today I want to talk about the fight that happened last night. Wow, unbelievable. Terence Bud Crawford demolishes Errol the True Spence. Now, if you watch my other video, I said that Terence Crawford would win in the later rounds, and the only way Errol Spence would beat Crawford, he would have to win by way of knockout, which didn't happen. Crawford dominated this fight throughout. It was unbelievable. He knocked him down twice in the second round and had him in trouble in the, I think it was the ninth round. And then he finally just, ref just finally just stepped in and ended it. Spence looked terrible in that fight. Or Crawford was just that good. He put on a virtuoso performance. And anybody that doesn't think that he does not deserve the undisputed welterweight belt now is on drugs or alcohol. Crawford proved one thing, that he cannot be beaten at age 35. Now let's talk about this. Who's next for him? Well, he been calling out Jermell Charlo, but Charlo is finna fight Canelo Alvarez September the 30th for the super welterweight undisputed belts. So that's gonna have to wait. So who's next? Well, then you got Virgil Ortiz. Now, I think Virgil Ortiz is hurt at the moment, but I'm sure if a big fight came up, he would be ready. And he's also considering moving up to 154, and we're going to get into that in a minute. Then you got Jerron Ennis. Now, can Jerron Ennis pull it off? He's a flashy fighter. And again, in my opinion, he haven't really fought anyone that I can really, put him as the next guy. I think that in my other video, I suggested he fight Eudenis Ugas, which would be a really good challenge for him. Or he could take on Keith One-Tan Thurman, and that would really be a good challenge for him too. And then I can say, okay, yeah. Or if he really was ambitious, he can fight Virgil Ortiz. Why not? The two of them fight it out. So it remains to be seen who Crawford's going to fight next. But I think that Crawford is moving up to super welterweight. He's got two undisputed belts under him now. Junior welterweight, welterweight. Now he want to graduate up to super welterweight. And I believe that's where Errol Spence is going too, because Spence was saying that, it was hard for him to get down to, 147. And super welterweight is at 154. So I think that would probably fit him best if he moved up to 154. But at 147, Crawford is the man. All the people that I just named, I think if they, in their sleep, thought about taking on Crawford, they should wake up and immediately call Crawford and apologize. Crawford put on the show with Errol the True Spence. And, both of those guys are my boys, So I'm like a parent. How you have two kids playing against each other. You have the shirt that's got one side one kid, one side the other kid. Well, that's how it was with these two guys. I love them both. So, and I feel bad for Spence because never saw Spence get dominated like that. Knocked down twice and face all bloodied and puffed up and mouth bleeding. Crawford did some damage in that fight, and Crawford came out like he went in there like $1 million, not a scratch on him. And again, kudos to Terence Bud Crawford. At age 35, still fighting at the elite level like he is. And I don't know who can beat him at the welterweight division. I really don't. I don't think that Virgil Ortiz can do it. He don't have enough tools in the toolbox. You know, he does punch hard. He's straightforward, and he throw a lot of hard shots like Canelo Alvarez. But I don't think that that's not enough for somebody like Terence Bud Crawford. And Spence proved that. Because Spence is a hard hitter, hard body shots and all that. But Crawford just got too many tools in the toolbox. I mean, you know, he can switch hit, great combination, great foot movement, and he just seems so relaxed and calm in there. You know, you never see him where he gets frustrated in that. You know, he just keeps his cool because he knows it's coming. But he started early in the Spence fight. Normally Crawford takes about, the 4th, 5th round before he really starts to warm up. But he didn't do that with Spence. He went in there all business. And from the first round to the 9th round, Crawford was focused and he took care of business like nobody's business. So kudos to Terence Bud Crawford, and Spence he'll bounce back from that defeat and come back even stronger. But let's talk about what happened. I believe that happened, was it last week? When Caleb Plant slaps Jamal Charlo. Everybody wants Jamal Charlo. You know, everybody wants this guy. And, you know, Caleb Plant went as far as disrespecting him and slapped the pee out of his mouth. And, you know, and Charlo couldn't believe that. But I guess that was his way of saying, I want you next. So I think that might just happen now, because you don't slap Jamal Charlo unless you want a war. And I think Caleb Plant, that's all that was about. He's saying, Charlo, I want you next. So, you know, that's in the pipeline. I hope Charlo will get his, you know, act together. I don't know what's going on with him, and it's none of my business. But whatever's going on with Charlo, I hope, you know, he get it right and come on back to boxing, because he's got a lot of people that want to fight him. So I'm excited about that. And like I was telling you about Jamal Charlo fighting Canelo Alvarez, what if Jamal Charlo wins that? I mean, he becomes the super middleweight champion, undisputed. That would be unreal. But if anybody can do it, Jamal Charlo can. He's a warrior. He's a lion. So, you know, it's a lot of fights coming up in the pipeline, and I'm excited about all of them. But let me know what you think about it. Do you think Terence Bud Crawford destroyed Errol the True Spence? Do you think Spence can come back from it? And who should Bud Crawford fight next? That's all I have for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I can use it, and press the like. Okay, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Take care now.